Alright, it's a little bit of an impromptu video here. I know I didn't put it on my video calendar, but that happens sometimes. I just feel like making a video and I don't put it on my video calendar. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about The Rock's return to Monday Night Raw. Just, coming from my opinion, just wanted to spew. Sometimes I just feel like making a video. I'm just in the mood, so I decide to make one. So yeah, I'm going to talk about The Rock's return. Now, in my Raw review, I said, yeah, it was a really good moment and shit, but he should not have had a segment with Alexander Rusev. I mean, who is Rusev beating? What, Biggie Langston? The big fucking, roided up retard who talks like Martin Luther King. He's beating, Jack Swagger, who's pretty much a jobber. He is a jobber, actually. And that's pretty much it. Oh, Mark Henry, too, the big fat 400-pound freak who's fucking washed up as shit. That's all who he is beaten. It's not like he's this like really good wrestler or anything. I mean, he actually is a bad wrestler from what I've seen. I mean, he hasn't been in any like long matches or anything. All his matches have mostly been like 5 or 10 minutes, 10 minutes at most, I would say. Most of them are actually like 2 or 3 minutes. So I mean, all he does is a few moves. I mean, the super kick and the camel clutch, and that's pretty much it. Nothing else, just the basic moves pretty much. And everybody really does a super kick now. If you look at it, I mean, the super kick has been used by a lot of people. Like Shawn Michaels was used. Now everybody's fucking using it. Del Rio used it, Ziggler. Yeah, they just had a triple super kick on Raw. I mean, it seems like everybody's using a super kick now, but whatever. Yeah, but why have in the promos? I mean, it's not like the promos are great. I mean, they're okay. I've already gone over why I can't get into the Rusev character, and I can't, like root against him or root for the American babyface. I already talked about that. It's because I don't have any patriotism really, because the government's, complete shit right now. So I don't really like the character that much, and if you're gonna make an anti-American character, make it in a time of patriotism where the country is really behind its leaders, or it's really patriotic. But now in America, I mean, Congress approval ratings like 10%. The president's approval ratings like below 50. It's at one of the lowest points it's ever been at. So I mean, it's not a good thing to be bashing America when a majority of the Americans are bashing America. It's not good to make a heel that bashes America when actually a majority of Americans are. I mean, it's just stupid. So, why put Rock and Rusev in a segment? Rusev's pretty much, he's a step up from a jobber because he's only beaten jobbers. So he's a step up from a jobber. He fucking isn't good at all. I mean, again, can't wrestle. Promos are not really that good, not entertaining. Pretty much the same thing every week with the promos. He can't even talk himself really. I mean, he's only said like a few words, so that's not good. And then The Rock, one of the biggest legends of all time, probably in the top 5 of if you're gonna rank the most popular wrestlers, the best wrestlers of all time. And he comes back and he has a segment with fucking Rusev. He got him back for one night, and he gets a segment with Rusev. I was thinking, why not have a segment with like somebody who's actually good, somebody who actually has talent, somebody who has potential, like Bray Wyatt. You could have your shit with Rusev, maybe have like, a 5-minute segment with Rusev, whatever. Have that, and then Bray Wyatt comes out and confronts Rock, the Wyatt fan, whatever, takes out Rock. Something like that, to put somebody over more. But no, you got fucking Rusev, who's probably going to go on and, to be a big star now since he's had this segment with Rock. They're really putting him over, which is a shame because he fucking sucks. He hasn't even lost yet. He doesn't deserve that. He deserves to lose because he sucks. But Rock comes back, has a segment with Rusev. Should have had a segment with Bray Wyatt. How cool would that be? The Wyatt family confronting The Rock. That would be epic. That would be awesome. But instead, you just get a little, Rusev's and Rock segment. So I was kind of disappointed. It was still a very good segment with The Rock coming back, but I was disappointed. I thought it could have, been a little bit more, or a lot more actually. I mean, Bray Wyatt and The Rock would have been way better than The Rock and Rusev. So I mean, that's all I pretty much wanted to state in this video. Just why couldn't we have talented people, have a segment with The Rock? It's got to be Rusev. I mean, it just made no sense to me. No sense at all. And I mean, The Rock is a legend. He is one of the greatest of all time, like he says. He is funny. He's charismatic. And then it's just a sort of like a disappointment to see him with fucking Rusev. It's like, why can't we have him with somebody who's actually talented? Like Bray Wyatt. That would be the perfect fucking segment right there. Bray or fucking, I was kind of hoping, maybe Lesnar will come out after he gets done with Rusev, but that didn't happen, of course. And I was hoping for something else after the segment with Rusev was over, but it was still cool to see The Rock. And when the music hit, I'm like, oh shit, it's The Rock. But with Rusev, I'm like, with Rusev, really? They couldn't do anything better than fucking Alexander Rusev. So it's a shame, though. Like, again, the writers, they got The Rock back. They got The Rock, all right? Vince goes, hey, The Rock's coming back. What is your idea? Who the fuck in their right mind would say, oh, let's put him in a segment with Rusev? What the fuck are they thinking? They're just retards. I mean, seriously. They got to get some... these writers must not know anything about wrestling. That's what I hear. I hear they're just writers who aren't WWE fans. Everybody in WWE, the writers, whatever, they should be WWE fans. Unless you're a janitor or something like that, I guess it's okay to not be a fan. But, like, even still, though, I said, with janitors, if you were a fucking janitor, you would be more apt to work hard if you were a WWE fan as opposed to not one, I think. But anyway, that's not even that big a deal. Like, these writers must not be WWE fans. If they were doing this shit, they must not be. They are fucking just horrible. Horrible. The shows are just shit. This segment was about as worse as it could be. Seriously. This segment, it's The Rock. It's going to be good no matter what. This is about as worse as it could be, though, with Rusev. I mean, I guess it could have been worse, but not much worse. I mean, they just fucked it up big time, really. This had the potential to be a really great segment here. It was a complete surprise. They kept it under wraps. No rumors at all about it. None whatsoever. So this had the potential to be a great-ass moment, a surprise moment, but they fucked it up. Again, not surprisingly, they fucked it up again. Seriously, these writers are total fucking retards. They deserve to be fired. Get a whole new writing staff. They are just horrible. Everything in this company, it just makes no sense. A lot of things make no sense. There's a lot of stupid-ass storylines that are just illogical. I could just go on. I could make a whole... I could probably talk about an hour of storylines that I could think off the top of my head that are just illogical and don't even make sense at all. So these writers are horrible. This segment could have been a epic segment, a very memorable segment. One of those moments where you look back on 2014, you say, remember when The Rock confronted Bray Wyatt, or Bray Wyatt confronted The Rock? That had to be one of the best moments of 2014, but instead we're just going to look back at it as, yeah, another cool return, but it's just depressing in WWE. They just fuck everything up. They have the potential to do something great. They got all the right things. They got all the right, Daniel Bryans. They got all the CM Punks. They got all the good wrestlers. They got all the people with talent. But they just fuck it all up. They got good fans. They have fucking loyal-ass fans. I mean, the company sucks. I'm still buying their products. I'm still buying the network. I'm still watching the shows. And what do we get in return? We get absolute bullshit aimed at 9-year-olds and total morons who fucking just watch wrestling, in our marks, pretty much. Like 9-year-olds. They just cheer for the faces, boo the heels. That's what wrestling's aimed at nowadays, is 9-year-olds. It's a PG lame-ass product, and it sucks. It really does. But yet, I stick around, I watch it, and so do millions of other people who are probably bored out of their minds, but yet they stick around and watch it, while Vince McMahon just gives us a product full of bullshit made by writers who don't know shit, who don't know jack shit at all. So fire the writers, get some people who actually know how to write a fucking Monday Night Raw, actually know how to write a fucking show Like I could write a better show in fucking 5 minutes than they write. You know, what are they doing the whole week? What are they fucking, fuck? They must be just fucking, crackheads on crack, or fucking, smoking some drugs and doing nothing all week. Because I could think of better things to do in 5 minutes than these retards think to do in their whole week, whole time to create Monday Night Raw. It's horrible. It's bullshit, and they need new writers. They need new writers bad. They need new everything, because this company needs to turn around. It fucking sucks. Fire pretty much everybody except a few talented people in the company and get some new guys. Let's change it around. Let's start a fucking just revolution. Let's get some new shit, because everything's just unoriginal and boring. So let's get new writers, get new wrestlers, get new people who actually know how to fucking do their jobs right. There you go, people. I went a little bit off topic there, but that happens a lot in my videos because I just get so worked up. I don't plan my videos out beforehand. I don't edit my videos or anything like that. So I go a little bit off topic a little bit, but that's okay because it's my fucking channel and I can do pretty much what I want. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts on The Rock and a little bit of a rant there on WWE at the end. So there you go.